Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Emma, and I am currently pregnant with my first little one due in October. I'm just documenting my journey through pregnancy here on YouTube. So the last couple weeks I have shared my earliest pregnancy symptoms and how I found out I was pregnant and telling my husband. Today I'm going to be talking about my first prenatal appointment, our first ultrasound, things like that. I was planning to do the baby names I love but won't be using tag this week, but the days that I was planning to film, it was just like storming and crazy terrible weather outside, combined with the fact that I was literally laying in bed all day feeling horrendous and nauseous and just terrible. So I kept putting off filming, and now my first prenatal appointment has passed, so I thought I would talk about that instead and push the baby names back to next week. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, be sure and keep on watching. I'm just going to jump right on into it. So I have been looking forward to this prenatal appointment from the moment that I found out that I was pregnant. Obviously, everybody really looks forward to getting the ultrasound, hearing the heartbeat, and all of that stuff. The first day of my last menstrual period was December 29th, 2019. So if you calculate the weeks based just on that, then I would be in my 8th week of pregnancy right now. And when I called to make my appointment and they asked about the dates, I told them, that was my last period, and they said, okay, it looks like we want to see you this current week. However, whenever I went and got my ultrasound, they said, how long is your cycle normally? And I told them that, I have very irregular cycles, but usually, long, usually close to 40 days. And the ultrasound person said, that makes sense because your baby is very, very little. So I think it's actually younger than, we would expect based on your last menstrual period. So they estimated that I'm actually only about 6 weeks along right now. So our baby was just a tiny little blob. We could see its heart flickering away, but we couldn't actually hear it, which was kind of not disappointing, but obviously, you look forward to hearing it. So I'm just really looking forward to our next appointment where I will be able to hear it. But yeah, so we weren't able to hear it, and I'll insert footage of that here now.
Right there. We're gonna measure. It looks younger than 7 weeks. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 weeks. But if you were regular, makes sense.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of shape at this age. It's just heart beating, baby, little body. There. With the flickering, that's baby's heartbeat.
The ultrasound was a lot quicker than I thought it would be. I thought we'd be in that room for a long time and she'd be scanning my belly for a long time. We were really only in there for like maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Like, it was really, really quick. And she just explained, all of that as she was scanning, about how the baby looks very young and how, right now it just looks like a little blob. You can't really see formed features. And she said that the heart rate is 118 to 119. And, they say that if the baby's heart rate is slow, that can, mean that you're, that it's like a riskier pregnancy, or that, something could go wrong, or I don't know where I got that information, but I have read that somewhere. And, so I asked her when she said the heart rate's 118, 119, and she said, I asked her when I heard that the heart rate was 118, 119, if that was too slow, and she said for the gestational age that was normal. And so I was kind of worried that she was just kind of like blowing smoke, like just trying not to freak me out. And so I looked it up on Google after we left the room, and it said at 6 to 7 weeks gestation that normal heart rate's between 90 and 110. So that made me feel a lot better. After the ultrasound, here actually I'll show you a few pictures. I know I put in a little bit of footage, but these are the pictures. So you can see just the little sac and baby's in there, but there's no true definition of like a head and a body or anything like that. But what you can't see on the pictures, but I'll make sure that the part of the ultrasound that I put in the video, you can see it's heart flickering. You can't obviously see that in the pictures, but it was really cool to see in real life, and we did get that on video whenever we were videoing the ultrasound. So after the ultrasound, we went back into the waiting room and waited to see my doctor. We went back and saw my doctor. I was a little bit nervous about this because I had my last kind of just regular well woman visit last June, right before I actually moved cities. So I have not had a well woman visit since I moved to this city. So I did not already have an established doctor. So I just kind of Googled doctors that deliver at the hospital that I have to deliver at with my insurance and all that kind of stuff. And based on reviews, location, all that kind of stuff, she seemed like a good option for me. So I went ahead and booked an appointment with her. But I was concerned because obviously I'm pregnant, so this doctor I'm kind of not necessarily committing to. I could always switch doctors if I had a really bad first appointment, but obviously, you know, the person that at least for me, the person that I start the journey with, I kind of wanted to keep going with and kind of establish that rapport and relationship, and they know me and my history with my pregnancy and everything. So I was kind of nervous going into this first appointment because it would be my first time meeting her, getting to know her, and I'm kind of committed for the next, 9 months. She's going to be my doctor and she's going to help bring this child into the world. And so I was kind of nervous about that, but she really blew all my expectations out of the water. She was really, really kind, answered all my questions very thoroughly, and just kind of, I think the thing that everybody wants to feel whenever you meet any sort of, doctor, nurse, ultrasound person, anything of that nature, anything regarding your healthcare, you want to feel like you can trust that person, that they're going to be honest with you, look for your best interest, and just steer you in the right direction. And she really gave me that impression. She made me feel like I could trust her and that we were going to be, that we would have a good relationship moving forward, and that I would have a positive experience with my pregnancy and everything in her care. So that made me feel really, really good. As a first-time patient of hers, she said at every first visit with her patients, she does a pap smear. So she said, even though, you're here because of pregnancy and not just a well woman visit, I do just want to go ahead and do a pap smear. So we did do a pap smear, and she let me know that, spotting can be normal after that. So far it's been a day and a half. I haven't experienced any spotting, but she did just let me know, if you have some spotting after this, that is totally normal, so don't freak out. But if you do have, dark red blood or something that you need, that you're filling up a pad, then be sure and let me know about that. So it did make me feel good that she's thinking ahead about concerns that I might have or common fears that you might have, and just kind of educating you as you go. That's something that I definitely look for in a provider, and so that was just another thing that I really appreciated about her. Guys, I'm editing this video and just realizing that I totally forgot to say that my doctor did actually give me an official due date. I completely left that out of this video, but my official due date is October 15th, which I'm really excited about. My own birthday is October 7th, so I guess there's a chance that we could actually share a birthday, but if not, it looks like most likely we'll both be October babies, which does make me happy. All right, back to the video. So I didn't actually do any blood work at this visit. They just gave me a slip to take to an external lab that had all of the labs on it that I need. I just give them the form, they draw my blood, and they send the results back to my doctor. So she said I just need to do that anytime between now and my next visit, which, speaking of my next visit, actually, she said that normally we will do our visits every 4 weeks, at least for now, but she said because I'm actually only 6 weeks along now instead of 8, she wants to make my next visit 6 weeks from now, so that I'll be right at that 12-week mark whenever we go back. So I won't have my next visit until April 2nd, which is a very long time to wait. I'm really gonna be counting down the days until that next visit, because obviously, you know, we haven't heard a heartbeat yet or anything yet. So I am definitely gonna be looking forward to that visit, getting to see a formed, you know, head and body and heartbeat and all that kind of stuff. So I am definitely looking forward to that. She also brought up to us about genetic testing and that possibility, or not the possibility, but that option, and just gave us the information about it and said at the next visit we just need to tell her whether that is something we want to do or not. So we still need to call and find out about pricing and all that stuff, because obviously most insurance providers don't cover that. I'm not sure what that will look like for us. We still have to look into that and then make that decision. Obviously, at the current point in time, we're very young, very low risk, and she did tell us that, you know, that we are currently very low risk, so it's really just up to us if that's something we want to do. If it is a reasonable, you know, cost to us, then we definitely do want to do it, but obviously we do have to look into it and see what that's going to cost us. That's really all I have to say about my first prenatal appointment. It was really good, and I feel really optimistic about my journey moving forward, my relationship with my doctor, and all that kind of stuff. It was a positive experience, and I'm definitely counting down the days until the next one. I think that's gonna go ahead and be it for this video. I know it's kind of a short one. Like I said, next week I will be back with my baby names I love but won't be using, and I think I'm gonna make that into a 2-part video. I think I'm going to try and post on Tuesday and Thursday one of boy names I love but won't be using, and one of girl names I love and won't be using. That way the video is not too long if I do them all combined. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure and subscribe so that you get notified whenever I'm posting. Also, if you're interested, you can follow me on Instagram. I'll put my handle right here. I have not yet shared it because I am only 6 weeks along. I'm not going to be sharing my pregnancy on social media until our 12-week mark. We are sharing with family and very close friends at the current time because those are all people that we really want, you know, praying for us and just aware of our current situation. And we know that if anything negative happened, we would want those people in the loop anyways. So we're just not going to share it until at the end of the first trimester. I am sharing these videos here on YouTube anyways because I don't think really anybody's gonna see them, and I just want to document the journey, so I'm just posting them just to post them. But that's really it for now, so I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.